I would now like to show you a situation where we're forming a compound that has fused rings, and what we will do is pretty much the same as what we did in the previous one, except that we're going to join different OHs onto the ester groups. Alright, so in the first step what we should do is what I did earlier. And in the first step, the H plus will join on to the C double bond O from the ester group. Leaving a positive charge on that carbon atom. And then, as I've outlined here, we know it's going to be this OH that's going to join on to that C plus. And we can go ahead and number this. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we know this is going to be a 7-membered ring. Remember, the numbering goes from where you've got the tail of the arrow to where you've got the head of the arrow. Right, so I'm going to show that joined together, and that means I can just go ahead and draw a 7-membered ring. Alright, so now I know that this is going to be the 1, and on the 7 I'm going to have an OH and an OMe, and this will have a hydrogen with a positive charge, and we will have, let's see, I'll go ahead and number this. This will be 7, so this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And attached to the 4 I've got the group here, and attached to the 3 I've got the rest of the compound. So you can see the usefulness of numbering these. And now what we can do is do the proton transfer step. And as I've outlined earlier, the proton always gets transferred to the group that's leaving, which will be the methanol. So the OMe is what will sort of collect the proton. And again, we'll have the same arrangement. This one, and then this will have OH here. Just pretty much copying it over. And now what we will do is we will have that come in and kick out the alcohol group. And let's see, we'll have 1, 2, 3. And we'll have this grouping here. Alright, so that's how we get the first ring joined together. Now to get the next ring joined together, we're going to do pretty much what we did earlier. I'm going to go ahead and have the C double bondo from here take the H plus. And that will leave me an OH up here, positive here with the OMe group, and then we'll have the OH down here. And now we can go ahead and do the cyclization, and we'll renumber this as well. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we know we're going to end up with a 7-membered ring fused to this 7-membered ring. And counting here will help as well. So you know we've got 2 carbons to the C double bond O, or what was the C double bond O? And we can renumber this as well if it helps. 5, 6, 7. So we know we've got the numbering right here in the ring size. And I'll just go ahead and draw this bond out to hydrogen, and that'll be a positive charge. Alright, so now we can go ahead and do the proton transfer. And again, the proton gets transferred to the OMe group. Now what will happen is the C double bond O reforms, kicks out the leaving group, and we're going to end up with our product. Make a little bit more room here. And that's where the C double bond O will be. And then we'll have this connected to the oxygen. We'll have H plus and methanol, and that's how we would end up getting the product with the fused rings.